Welcome, all you Dragonsoul knowledge seekers. Now, I have been searching all over YouTube and I haven't found one single video for runes or any sort of hero descriptions. Now, this is here. I'm here as Server 2 Woo to change that. Now, first we will take a general basis on runes. Now, there are a few different sets if you notice down here. And if you notice, each set has a description on each one of them. Some bring skill power, some bring basic damage. Now, we will start with tree set. It only requires 2 if you see in the parentheses, and it brings up your max health 15%. So if I took one of my heroes and I put 2 tree runes on him, he will get that bonus effect of 15%. Second, we have flame set. Now this requires 4 of them. Now this will bring your basic damage up to 25%. If you notice right here, basic damage is the orange numbers listed in this skill description here. Now, it'll take 4 of those to increase that by 25%. So if you have 4 of them set on here, then it'll bring that up. Now, next you have ocean set. This brings your skill power up to 25%. If you notice these green numbers on here, that is what skill power is. Now, it'll require a 4 set to complete that, as you can see on my Dragonsoul right here. And it'll bring it up to 25%. Next, we have the rock set, which brings your armor up plus 30%. Armor is what defends against physical damage, and that is only a 2 set. Next, we have mist set, which is also a 2 set, which you can see here. I have 2 of them on to get that boost. That'll bring up your magic resist to 40%. Now, if you notice on here, this has the stat of magic damage. That is what mist set will defend against. Next, we have the bolt set. This is also a 4 set, and it brings your attack speed up to 15%, which creates your attack speed animations to go by a lot quicker. Next, we have the blood set, and that's a 2 set as well. Lifesteal for plus 200. Lifesteal is what brings your physical damage up to absorb health from as much damage as you create. Next, we have the river set, which brings your energy gain up 20%, and that is also a 4 set. This will cause you to use your white skill faster. And finally, we have hail set, which will bring your accuracy up 30. This is a 2 set, and this is basically making your attacks to hit more often against, those heroes that have dodge. Now, if you look on this rune sets up here, there's 2 majors, then there's 1 keystone, and then there are 3 minors. The major slots, those are for more of your core stats: skill power growth, attack speed, and then it also has 4 tertiary spots for your minor, for more of a minors to add to it. Now, if you notice on here, there's 6 stats on each orange rune. There's going to be a primary, there's a secondary, and then you have 4 tertiaries below that. Now, if you notice on every one of these, some don't come with secondaries. Now, keystones are a different aspect. These will always have 3 core stats on them, and they will contain anything from intellect to basic damage to agility to skill power, and some other stat that will help boost a hero, and they're more specific to the hero. Now, there are different rarities among these runes. If you notice, you'll see some orange runes up here, and those are the legendary runes, the orange runes. And then after that come the purple runes. If you notice that they only have 5 stats instead of the 6 stats you see up here. And then after that comes the blue runes, which will only have 4 stats. And then followed by after that comes the green, which will only have 3 stats. Now, there are also white runes, but I don't have any of those, and they would contain only 2 stats or 1. Now, if you notice, when you upgrade a rune, you'll power it. It'll just boost the primary stat 2 times. On the 3rd stat, it will increase one of those numbers down there. And then if you go to the 6th stat, it'll bring the primary up 2 more, and then on the 6th stat, it'll create a new tertiary bonus. And it'll do that at 3, 6, and 9. Another 2 primary boosts, and then another stat. And then it'll go all the way up to 12. And 12 you get a final one. And then it becomes an orange rune with 6 stats. Now if you start off with an orange rune, and when you upgrade it, you'll get a primary boost. You'll get a primary boost. On the third stat, one of your stats will increase. If you notice, fire damage just went up to 1.26%. Then you go another, and you go primary boost. And then it goes primary boost. And on stat 6, you'll get another boost to a stat, which if you notice, larger shields went up to 5.94%. And then you'll get another primary boost. And then you get another primary boost. And then at 9, you'll get another stat, which increased your piercing damage to 1.26%. You'll get 2 more primary boosts, and then if you notice on the 12, you get another increase, piercing damage at 1.89%. Now, if you start with a purple rune, if you notice, since you only have 5 of them, it'll increase your stats for 3, 6, and 9, and then on 12, if you notice, it'll include another tertiary. Now with the blue, you'll notice there's only 4, and when you upgrade them, once you hit 6, you'll get that stat boost, as well as 3. Once you hit 9, it'll create another bonus, as you see there. And then when you hit 12, it'll create another one. So there are 2 bonuses that are created from a blue rune. Green runes, as you can see, they have it started with 3, and then at level 3, you will get that boost, that conservation. Level 6 will put a new stat, level 9 will put a new stat, and level 12 will put a new stat. So ideally, you'd want to start with the orange runes because you get 6 stats already on there, and you have 3, 6, 9, and 12. 4 boosts to one of your stats on there. Now ideally, you'd want to go with, if you look on here, when I upgraded this rune, I got a huge boost to necrotic damage and a small boost to starting energy. So most of my boosts went to necrotic damage. And this is a basic guide on runes. Now, there are many different varieties, there are many different sets for each of these heroes, and you'll notice that every hero's got their own aspects. Some require more of, try to get their energy more. And if you notice, like Moondrake, for example, she has the River rune set, so that way she can gain her energy more. If she gains her energy more, that means she can start her Radiant Flux, which will start charging energy with her legendary for every other tune. Now, thank you for stopping by and watching my first video. Please like and subscribe, and hopefully I will continue this further ado. Thank you. Bye-bye.